Welcome to Apache Corporation. We'd like for your stay here to be both productive and safe. Apache is committed to conducting operations in a manner that prevents injuries to personnel and minimizes the impact on our environment. We believe that accidents are preventable and are the result of unsafe acts rather than unsafe conditions. Well-trained, knowledgeable personnel working safely are essential to providing an accident-free workplace. In an effort to enhance your knowledge base and reduce the chance for accidents, the following orientation is provided to familiarize you with procedures that are expected of all personnel working here at this Apache offshore platform. This information should help you perform tasks safely. Your safety, as well as the safety of all personnel, depends on your knowledge of this material, so please pay close attention to the following orientation. With well-trained personnel working together, we can provide an accident-free workplace here at Apache Corporation. Here at Apache Corporation, we require that appropriate personal protective equipment be worn when necessary. Safety glasses, hard hat, and steel-toed safety shoes or boots must be worn anytime personnel are outside of the living quarters. To function properly, personal protective equipment must be worn as designed and be in good condition. Additionally, all personal protective equipment worn must meet governmental regulations as well as Apache Corporation standards. Additional personal protective equipment may be required depending on the task and working conditions. For example, when personnel are exposed to dust, mist, fumes, or vapors, a respirator is required. Fall protection is an essential part of your personal protective equipment and should be worn anytime you are at risk of a fall of 6 feet or more. Apache requires 100% tie-off when the risk of a fall is present. A full-body harness with a Y lanyard and attached shock-absorbing device is the correct fall protection required. Lanyards must be equipped with a positive locking snap hook that prevents rollout. Before donning the full-body harness, you should inspect the condition of the harness and lanyard to ensure that they are in good working condition. Equipment in poor condition should be taken out of service and properly disposed of. To function properly, the harness must be worn correctly with all snaps and buckles adjusted to provide the wearer with a snug fit. The harness must fit snugly around the legs and chest and be attached to a secured structure above the waist to provide adequate protection in the event of a fall. The full-body harness is equipped with a deceleration device or shock absorbers, which reduce the impact felt by personnel in the event of a fall. Upon falling, shock absorbers release additional folds of lanyard, slowing the person's rate of descent. Although shock absorbers can reduce injuries during a fall, the best defense is selecting an anchor point above you to minimize the fall distance. The ideal hookup location is above the worker's head in a position that allows a maximum free fall of 1 foot or less. Hookup locations should never be selected that allow the wearer to fall vertically more than 5 feet or to a surface below. Safety lanyards must be attached to fixed stationary objects capable of supporting 5,000 pounds or more. Do not wrap lanyards around beams or objects unless your lanyard is designed to tie back to itself. Always use the proper anchor devices to secure the lanyard. Hearing protection is another type of personal protective equipment and is required when personnel are exposed to noise levels that exceed 85 decibels. Known high noise areas are marked with high noise hazard signs around the platform. Additionally, a good rule of thumb is, if you must raise your voice to be heard from a distance of 3 feet or less, hearing protection is required. Hearing loss due to industrial noise is permanent, so please protect your hearing, whether you are here at Apache Corporation or at another company's facility. Our goal at Apache Corporation is to provide a safe, healthful workplace for all personnel, and we realize that a neat job site is conducive to a safe job site. If we all practice good housekeeping skills, we can minimize risk to personnel and the environment. While you're performing your duties here at the facility, try to minimize slip and trip hazards by keeping aisles and walkways clear of hazards. Run hoses and cables along the side of walkways, and if it is necessary to cross a walkway, cross it at a 90-degree angle. We want you to realize that good housekeeping is an ongoing process. Never allow trash or debris to accumulate with the thought that it can be cleaned up later. Your safety is of utmost importance, and Apache Corporation's policy regarding stairways was developed with this thought in mind. While ascending or descending stairways, one hand must remain on the handrail at all times. If you are carrying a load that requires two hands, make an extra trip. Use a hoist or a crane to move the load, but always keep one hand on the rail at all times. Cranes are used in daily operations to move various types of materials. Personnel must be trained and qualified in crane operation according to the latest edition of American Petroleum Institute Recommended Practice 2D. Additionally, prior approval must come from the Apache Corporation platform supervisor before operating a crane. Before crane operations begin, a qualified operator must perform a pre-use inspection of the crane. One signal person should be designated to signal the operator, and proper communication must be established by using either radio communication or hand signals before beginning the lift. All routine signals should come from the signal person only. However, anyone can give the emergency stop signal. Like crane operators, riggers must be trained and qualified according to RP2D before rigging any types of loads. The following are some safety suggestions to consider when rigging crane loads. Before lifting the load, pathways should be cleared and tag lines should be attached. Remember to avoid pinch point situations. Workers should never position themselves between the load and a fixed object. When securing a crane after operations are complete, do not position the ball over personnel. All loads shall be transported as low as possible. Remember that a suspended load should never be left unattended. Before rigging loads, ensure that all slings are certified by inspecting the affixed certification tag. The certification tag provides critical information about the load rating of the sling. Never exceed the load rating of the sling. Carefully inspect the sling for cuts, abrasions, and signs of stretching. When inspecting nylon slings, if red threads are exposed, do not use them. Never use any sling that is defective or in marginal condition. Select slings appropriate for the lift, and remember to make sure it's rated for the load. Be aware that sling angles, turning loads, shocks, and the hitch you choose affect the actual lifting capacity of a sling. The angle of the leg of the sling that is attached to the object to be lifted directly affects the capacity of the sling. The greater the leg angle of the sling, the greater the loss in lifting capacity. When securing the sling to the load, attach the load securely so that the load cannot slip or damage the sling. Also, make certain that all safety latches are functional at this time. Ensure that hooks used to connect the sling to the load are rated for the load and that the load is properly balanced. The load should not be supported on the point of the hook. Its load carrying capacity can be reduced by as much as 50%. Always use tag lines when moving loads. Tag lines should be of proper length and free of knots. Never allow tag lines to wrap around your wrists, hands, or any other part of your body. Apache Corporation has a very strict policy regarding open holes. Any open hole that is created must be barricaded prior to creating the open hole. If barricading is not possible, a watch must be assigned to the open hole at all times. Under no circumstances are unbarricaded, unattended open holes allowed. All Apache Corporation facilities maintain up-to-date Material Safety Data Sheets, or MSDS. MSDS contain information regarding all hazardous substances found at the job site. If you're required to handle hazardous chemicals, handling information, including the required personal protective equipment, can be found in the MSDS. Additionally, if you brought hazardous substances to the facility, these materials must be reported. In the unlikely event you should notice unlabeled containers during your stay here, please notify an Apache Corporation supervisor. Many people assume that lockout-tagout relates to electrical equipment only. To the contrary, lockout-tagout should be performed on any type of equipment that contains pressure, moving parts, or any equipment that may be energized. Apache Corporation has developed a very strict and comprehensive lockout-tagout policy. If your duties while on board require you to work on any equipment, you must adhere to the following procedures. First, survey the location exposures and all isolating devices to be certain which switches, valves, or other energy isolating devices apply to the equipment to be serviced. Next, notify all affected personnel that a lockout tagout is to be performed. Shut down the equipment by the normal stopping procedure. Evaluate the safest way to drain, de-energize, or dissipate the stored potential or kinetic energy. Isolate the energy source in an off or safe position with chains, blinds, valves, blocks, or disconnection. Lock the energy isolating devices with assigned individual locks. Every person working on the equipment must use his or her own individual lock. A tag that identifies the person working on the equipment, the date, the equipment locked out, and the reason for the lockout should accompany each lock. Once locked and tagged, clear the area and test the equipment by trying to start the equipment with the locks in place. Once the test is performed, return all switches to the off or safe position. Only after the equipment has been locked, tagged, cleared, and tried can the equipment be serviced, inspected, or maintained. It is important to remember, never remove a lock or tag applied by someone else. In some cases, it may be appropriate for a watch to be assigned to guard the operation. Additional precautions must be taken anytime hot work is performed. Hot work includes the use of any equipment or machinery that might produce sparks or heat. For example, the use of cutting torches, welding equipment, hot oil or vacuum units, steamers, gasoline engines, or spark-producing hand tools are all considered hot work. Anytime hot work is performed, Apache has very specific procedures that must be followed. Before you engage in any activity that might be considered hot work, check with the Apache personnel in charge so that a hot work permit can be issued and extraordinary safety procedures can be taken. Smoking at our facilities is limited to designated areas only. Make certain you're in a designated smoking area prior to lighting up. Apache Corporation has zero tolerance for personnel violating this policy. Confined space entry is not only dangerous, it can be fatal. OSHA has defined a confined space as one which is large enough and configured so that a person can bodily enter the space and perform assigned work, has limited or restricted means of entry or exit, and is not designated for continuous occupancy. Entry occurs when any part of the body breaks the plane of the confined space opening. Extreme caution must be exercised, and a confined space permit must be completed before entry into any area considered a confined space. Apache will obtain competent trained personnel to assess and safely enter the confined space area. Safety meetings and emergency drills are an integral part of our safety management system. Pre-job safety meetings are mandatory for all non-routine operations. Before beginning a job, all personnel involved with the procedure must attend a pre-job safety meeting. The safety meeting will provide an opportunity to identify potential hazards, assign responsibilities, and establish the system of communication. We recognize that your knowledge and past experiences add value to our safety system. Therefore, we encourage and expect you to participate in our safety meetings. Apache Corporation does not condone or accept the use of illegal drugs or alcohol in the workplace. Our personnel and contractors are randomly tested as required by law. If you are under the care of a physician and are taking prescription drugs, those drugs must be reported to an Apache supervisor. Please do not endanger yourself or other personnel working around you by using illegal drugs or alcohol. Apache Corporation follows strict spill reporting procedures. Therefore, please immediately notify the appropriate Apache personnel. Finally, to achieve our goal of an accident-free workplace, it is critical that all accidents and near misses be reported. An example of an accident is any incident that results in injury to personnel, equipment damage, or adverse environmental impact. A near miss is any incident that has the potential to cause injury to personnel, equipment damage, or an adverse environmental impact. Regardless of the severity, all accidents and near misses must be reported. Our safety management system relies on this information to anticipate and correct potential hazards. You are doing yourself and your co-workers a disservice by withholding this vital information, so please report all incidents to a facility supervisor. personnel here at this facility have established procedures necessary to accommodate the needs and comfort of all personnel. If your visit requires an overnight stay, you'll be assigned quarters and a bunk. It is necessary to sleep in the bunk you are assigned. This is necessary in the event you are needed while you're in your quarters. At meal times, please be courteous and respect the rights of others here by picking up after yourself. Please use proper hygiene when in restroom facilities. Clean and wipe out sinks when you're finished. Report any problems with the quarters to the Apache personnel, and remember, good housekeeping fosters a safe environment. If an emergency situation should develop during your stay, it is critical that you understand and adhere to the following procedures. First, it is important that you understand the communication system and how to report an emergency. You'll be given a tour at the facility, which will include an explanation of the communication equipment and platform emergency alarm system. If you witness an emergency situation, remember to remain calm. Access the communications device and report the emergency. You'll need to answer questions relevant to the current situation. You may be instructed to remain in a safe area until Apache personnel have arrived. If you do witness an emergency, do not hesitate to report it to the appropriate personnel. Upon arrival to the facility, you'll be assigned a primary and secondary mustering station. You'll be shown the exact location of your specific muster stations. The different types of alarms will be sounded, and you'll receive an explanation of what your responsibilities are for each alarm sounded. Personnel arriving at the mustering station should immediately don a PFD. PFDs are located in each room and should be used during mustering drills and emergency situations. If you're not in your room during an emergency situation, PFDs are located at each lifeboat station. It is important to the safety of all personnel that everyone remain at their mustering station until the order to stand down comes from the Apache Corporation supervisor. Other types of alarms alert responders or production personnel of problems as they occur. Pay attention to all verbal alarms in case they should escalate to a muster situation. The final section of this orientation deals with the transportation of personnel and concentrates on procedures to ensure the safety of all involved. The first type of transfer we will address is the swing rope. We want you to know that if you're not comfortable with swinging from the boat to the platform or from the platform to the boat, don't. Your safety is of primary importance to the management and staff of Apache Corporation. If you're comfortable with the transfer, check the landing area and stairs for wave damage prior to swinging. Transfer all materials and equipment to the boat or to the platform. Never carry anything when using a swing rope. Before swinging, tug on the rope to ensure your weight will be supported. Always use 2 hands when using a swing rope, and remember to keep the rope on the side of your body. Air travel continues to be one of the safest modes of transportation available. To ensure your safety, these are some general guidelines to follow when traveling in a helicopter. First, personnel must wait at the designated and posted passenger waiting area, which is clear of the heliport, heliport access points, and stairways. Items such as toolboxes or any other materials are not allowed on the heliport. Also, hard hats and baseball caps shall not be worn when approaching a running helicopter. Arriving passengers and cargo should be unloaded and cleared from the heliport and access route prior to loading departing passengers and cargo. If the aircraft provides more than one pilot, wait to be escorted by the additional crew member so that the boarding process can be supervised. When boarding aircraft that have only one pilot, follow these procedures. After arriving personnel and cargo have been cleared from the access route, wait for the pilot's signal before approaching the aircraft. Never assume that you have been seen. Always make eye contact with the pilot and wait for a signal before approaching. Access the helicopter from the front. Never walk around the back or get near the tail rotor area. When the rotor is spinning, it becomes invisible. Devastating injury will occur to any personnel who are struck by the tail rotor. Additionally, never duck under the tail boom of the helicopter. Properly store all baggage in the baggage compartment. All baggage carried in the passenger compartment of the helicopter must be properly secured. Before entering the helicopter, you must first don a life jacket. Place the life jacket over your head, clip the retraining straps, and pull the loose ends until they're secure. Once seated, fasten your seatbelt and don the hearing protection. You must remain in your seat and buckled up until you are ready to depart. In the unlikely event that the pilot is forced to make an emergency water landing, it is critical that you remain in your seat at all times unless otherwise instructed by the flight crew. Never inflate your life jacket inside the aircraft. Remain seated and follow the exact instructions of the pilot. Helicopter pilots are required to practice non-powered landings on a regular basis, so please trust your pilot and follow his exact instructions. Once you are at your designated location and exiting the aircraft, remove the life jacket and loosen the straps for the next passenger. The last type of transfer we will discuss is the personnel basket. It is your responsibility to inspect the condition of the personnel basket prior to boarding. A tagline should be attached to the basket, providing others a means to assist with a safe transfer. Maintain a clear distance until the basket is aboard. You must use both hands to ride a personnel basket. Therefore, place baggage in the center of the basket. Don an approved PFD prior to boarding. To function properly, the PFD must fit secure, with all snaps fastened. Position one foot on the ring and the other on the deck as the basket is lifted. Keep your weight to the inside of the basket and maintain a firm grip. Never stand inside the basket or position yourself underneath the headache ball of the crane. Just before landing, place one foot outside the ring of the basket to soften the impact. We would like your stay here to be both productive and safe. Please remember that you are an integral part of our safety management system. If you observe any unsafe condition or operation while on board any Apache facility, you have the authority to shut down the operation and report the condition to a supervisor in charge. If you have any questions regarding this material, please ask the facilitator of this orientation. With all personnel working together, we can continue to provide a safe, healthful place to work here at Apache Corporation.
If you are what you eat, at Clayton's, you're incredible.
Sometimes what you see isn't what you get. Then sometimes you get more than what you see, like this Geo Prism. What you see is a great-looking, well-built car. What you don't see are the awards it's won. You see a lot of standard features. You don't see its reputation, but 98% of Prism owners would recommend one to a friend. You see a great low monthly payment. What you don't see is a down payment, because right now put zero down and pay just $199 a month. So see your Acadiana Chevy dealer now and get to know a Geo Prism.
The runner is going for home.
Genie, slide! Hey, Joe, did you get that bite? Got it. Oh! Honey, is the grill ready yet?
Almost lit. Ow!
Don't choose your emergency room by accident. Choose Rapides Regional Medical Center. At Rapides, we're ready for emergencies with prompt personal attention 24 hours a day. When everyday problems need medical attention, don't choose your ER by accident. Choose Rapides Regional Medical Center, affiliate of Columbia.
You've been up to something, and it's a secret, but we'll come clean on April 14th.
Amy Johnson has no idea what a transluminal extraction catheterization is. When it comes to cath labs, she doesn't have a clue. All she knows is that she's got the best grandfather in the world. And when he had a heart attack, that he deserved to be treated by the best doctors and technology. Which is exactly what happened. Rapides Heart Center. Know us by heart.
For over 150 years, the name Tulane has remained synonymous with the highest levels of health care. This stands to reason, since all 350-plus doctors at Tulane are not only medical experts, but also top researchers and the teachers of tomorrow's health care. When a medical discovery is made at Tulane, it's only logical that our patients will be the first in the world to benefit. Tulane University Hospital and Clinic, for your health, for your life.
Being from a small town, you learn certain truths early on, like the measure of a person is not made with the first impression, or that the shortest distance between 2 points is usually the one with less talk, and that you don't have to be bigger to be better, just better. At St. Martin Bank, our whole philosophy is based on those certain truths, and while banking may have changed a lot over the years, good banking remains the same. St. Martin Bank, banking made simple.
Wherever tomorrow takes you, wherever you're going today, wherever in the world you are, wherever you work or play, wherever you want to talk with a friend, wherever under the sun, wherever you happen to be, just pick up a phone from Cellular One.
The more you go, the more you know. The more you know, the more you grow. The more you grow, you're on a roll. The Children's Museum of Acadiana. More to do, more to see, more fun for all activities. It's more than just a place to be. The Children's Museum of Acadiana. We make learning new things big fun. Tuesdays through Saturdays, 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon at the Children's Museum of Acadiana. You learn by doing, don't you know, at the Children's Museum of Acadiana.
I believe strongly that clothes don't make the man, but they do proclaim him.
Better go ahead and be as well dressed as anybody else in the room, because if you're not, then you're not going to measure up.
As a physician, your appearance is very important.
I bought everything here from casual clothes, stuff I could wear playing golf, all the way up to a tuxedo for a formal occasion.
The thing that's impressed me the most about Gators has been the professional sales staff.
I think they've sent a lot of Lafayette people out looking their very best.
Tulane University Hospital and Clinic defines healthcare through leading cancer research and treatment, a continuing history of psychiatric evaluation and care, specializing in the unique needs of children, taking the science of sports medicine to new levels, plus research, treatment, and technology dedicated to women in every stage of life. Tulane University Hospital and Clinic. For more information, call 588-5800. Press star.
On the other side of the sky, you see the Pleiades.
I want a diamond that looks just like that
called
star.
The Seven Sisters, because there are 7 stars there that can be seen without a telescope.
Really?
And a pair of
Well, then I want that one, and that one.
At Wilson Fine Jewelers, you'll not only find the finest diamonds at the best prices,
Look at that big one right there.
you'll also find a lot more to choose
I
from.
want that one, that one, that one in a cluster with a big one in the middle.
Wilson Fine Jewelers.
That's a nice one.
The finest diamonds and more of them.
First Federal showed me this great card trick. See this card? Now it's a check. Now it's an ATM card. I use my First Federal check card for most of my shopping. It's good any place that takes Visa, and it's electronically linked to my First Federal checking account. So I'm not building up my credit card debt. I'm like writing instant checks instead. The First Federal check card has so many advantages. I don't know why everybody isn't using it.
Everything began when we opened a grocery store in 1949, making everything that we could make, from sausage, boudin, hog-head cheese, cracklings, 1 pound at a time. I think if you eat Savoy products, you know that you're going to be buying quality. You're going to be buying the Cajun product. Whenever I'm in a supermarket, I always thank people when I see that they have some of my products in the basket. I'll always go up and say, I'm Miss Savoy, thank you for buying my product.
Voici ma recette secrète de ma mère. Savoir! On utilise juste le meilleur pour ma famille, bien qu'à les saucisses par Savoie délicieuses. Le phare par Savoie est magnifique. Pour dessert, j'ai fait un gâteau avec un roux à Savoie. Un roux!
Mes filles, c'est à manger.
Real Cajun since 1955. Savoie.
If you are what you eat, at Clayton's, you're incredible.
Want a taste of South Louisiana culture and you want it Cajun pure? Cajun Pier is your place. And it's like a museum with a Cajun cabin, a huge outdoor boiling pot, cypress decking over the bayou, and big wall murals. True Cajun culture past and present with live Cajun and Zydeco bands to spice up special evenings. Plus, the Cajun Pier has great food, from Papa's favorites to Mama's secret recipes. All Cajun pure from the Cajun Pier, Pinhook Road on the banks of the bayou.
Hey, this is T. Claude, the Crawdad, for the Cajun Potato Kitchen. Cooking up taste-tempting taters you're gonna love. Like our Mexican potato, stuffed with taco meat, chili taco, and cheese sauce. Shredded cheese plus jalapenos and more. Or simply try our plain stuffed. With 14 different stuffed potatoes and all of the Cajun Potato Kitchen. Like our broccoli and cheese, our chicken or beef fajita. Or my favorite, the crawfish etouffee potato. Not fast food, just fast. Only at the Cajun Potato Kitchen with all the right stuff.
If you want that special meal in a quiet, relaxed atmosphere, do what thousands do and go to Lafayette's Restaurant, Bailey's Seafood and Grill, featuring seafood stuffed speckled trout, or Bailey's incredible crab cakes. How about seafood stuffed chicken breast? Plus, extra special salads, steaks, and Bailey's Gourmet Lunch Buffet, Monday through Friday, and their special Sunday Champagne Brunch Buffet on Johnston Street in Centerpiece Shopping Center. Lafayette's Restaurant, Bailey's.
Hi again, this is Tracy, back for your Acadiana Chevy dealers. And do I have something special for you now? What do you get when you combine the toughest truck around with one of the meanest animals around? How about a special edition Chevy S-Series Gator truck? Jim's at the plant in Shreveport where these Gators are built. Jim?
Tracy, we've never seen so many Gators in one place at one time. Officially, here at the GM assembly plant in Shreveport, this is what they call the engine set area, where what you can see is them setting the engine of the Gator actually onto the frame of the truck. Somebody said a while ago, this is where we do the Gator shake. Actually, it's where they put the growl and the bite into the Chevy Gator. Selection is great and the prices are right. No wonder why it's the most dependable, longest lasting truck on the road. Tracy?
Thanks, Jim. The special edition Chevy Gator, equipped with air conditioning, airbag, anti-lock brakes, stereo, and more. See it at your Acadiana Chevy dealer today. But hurry before these Gators become extinct.
Sometimes what you see isn't what you get. Then sometimes you get more than what you see. Like this Geo Prism. What you see is a great-looking, well-built car. What you don't see are the awards it's won. You see a lot of standard features. You don't see its reputation. But 98% of Prism owners would recommend one to a friend. You see a great low monthly payment. What you don't see is a down payment. Because right now, put zero down and pay just $199 a month. So see your Acadiana Chevy dealer now and get to know a Geo Prism.
There's a place in your heart that only you can feel.
I guess I just thought I have nothing. You know, if my apartment burns, I have nothing left. They helped with food, clothing, shoes. I didn't realize the Red Cross, you know, helped so much.
Acadiana, let's turn
get that pipe. Got it. Oh!
Honey, is the grill ready yet?
Almost lit. Ow!
Don't choose your emergency room by accident. Choose Rapides Regional Medical Center. At Rapides, we're ready for emergencies with prompt personal attention 24 hours a day. When everyday problems need medical attention, don't choose your ER by accident. Choose Rapides Regional Medical Center, affiliate of Columbia.
You've been up to something, and it's a secret, but we'll come clean on April 14th.
Amy Johnson has no idea what a transluminal extraction catheterization is. When it comes to cath labs, she doesn't have a clue. All she knows is that she's got the best grandfather in the world. And when he had a heart attack, that he deserved to be treated by the best doctors and technology. Which is exactly what happened. Rapides Heart Center. Know us by heart.
Ta-da! The new name is Children's Healthcare in Lake Charles, formerly Columbia Lake Area Medical Center. Told you we'd come clean.
My name is Jan Graves. I'm 47 and I'm a surgical coordinator. I wore glasses since I was 11. Couldn't read the E at the top of the eye chart, and that was the first clue that I had pretty bad vision. I decided to have Horizon LASIK surgery when I heard that Dr. Gross was going to be doing it. The procedure went very well. It's faster than you can believe. And you sit up and you can see. Horizon LASIK can give you a new lease on life.
Rapides Regional has been here for generations. From the good old days to the best of times. From good old-fashioned medical know-how to the knowledge of modern technology. For good-hearted nurses. For greatly skilled surgeons. For a lifetime of good health. Healthcare that's here for good.
The new Rapides Heart Center, Central Louisiana's most progressive cardiac facility. Advanced technology and cardiac services in one central location, Rapides Heart Center. Dedicated physicians, caring professionals, complete prevention programs, education for early detection, modern methods of diagnosis, comprehensive treatment, cardiac rehabilitation, total cardiac care. The new Rapides Heart Center. Know us by heart.
Not Monroe, not Baton Rouge, not even New Orleans, because Yamaha has chosen Lafayette, the site of the newest exclusive national Yamaha dealership, Cypress Point Yamaha. The biggest and most complete selection of Yamaha in the state, including ATVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, wave runners, jet boats, and more. All under one roof at the new Cypress Point Yamaha National Store in Lafayette. The biggest and most complete selection of Yamaha in the state, Cypress Point Yamaha. Just hold on.
For over 150 years, the name Tulane has remained synonymous with the highest levels of health care. This stands to reason, since all 350-plus doctors at Tulane are not only medical experts, but also top researchers and the teachers of tomorrow's health care. When a medical discovery is made at Tulane, it's only logical that our patients will be the first in the world to benefit. Tulane University Hospital and Clinic, for your health, for your life.
The Liberty Card is back, bigger and better than ever.
Nearly $500,000 has been raised for Acadiana schools with the Liberty Card.
Smart plastic.
The Liberty Card is honored by over 250 businesses with over 350 locations.
Only $10.
Get your Liberty Card today at Camellia Cleaners, Arby's, Adrian Supermarket, or Godfather's Pizza, and help support local schools.
Partners in education. Buy the Liberty Card. Also available in convenient wallet size.
Is learning about health boring? Why not make it fun with Rock with the Doc? A fun-filled package of songs and activities you're gonna love. Sing along to songs you'll love to learn.
One dry and dusty day, two strangers came to town.
They were mean and they were hostile. They could get into your nostril.
Plus, you'll get a fun-filled activity book for coloring and learning as you keep those pages turning.
I felt achy all over, had a pain in my head.
Hey, Mom, you'll like Rock with the Doc, too, and it's only $14.95. Hit your Rock with the Doc cassette, lyric sheet, and activity book, all for only $14.95. Have Mom or Dad call now.
Digestion, digestion. Chew it up good. Digestion, digestion. Chew it up good.
Being from a small town, you learn certain truths early on. Like the measure of a person is not made with the first impression, or that the shortest distance between 2 points is usually the one with less talk, and that you don't have to be bigger to be better, just better. At St. Martin Bank, our whole philosophy is based on those certain truths, and while banking may have changed a lot over the years, good banking remains the same. St. Martin Bank, banking made simple.
Wherever tomorrow takes you, wherever you're going today, wherever in the world you are, wherever you work or play, wherever you want to talk with a friend, wherever under the sun, wherever you happen to be, just pick up a phone from Cellular One.
The more you go, the more you know. The more you know, the more you grow. The more you grow, you're on a roll. The Children's Museum of Acadiana. More to do, more to see, more fun for all activities. It's more than just a place to be. The Children's Museum of Acadiana. We make learning new things big fun. Tuesdays through Saturdays, 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon at the Children's Museum of Acadiana. You learn by doing, don't you know, at the Children's Museum of Acadiana.
I believe strongly that clothes don't make the man, but they do proclaim him.
Better go ahead and be as well dressed as anybody else in the room, because if you're not, then you're not going to measure up.
As a physician, your appearance is very important.
I bought everything here from casual clothes, stuff I could wear playing golf, all the way up to a tuxedo for a formal occasion.
The thing that's impressed me the most about Gators has been the professional sales staff.
I think they've sent a lot of Lafayette people out looking their very best.
Hey, you want to join band at school? It's easy. Just come to Lafayette Music. They've got your, and your, plus your, and don't forget your. They even have stuff Mom and Dad like. You know, instruments as low as $19.95 a month with the right to return the thing if need be. So why not join band and come to Lafayette Music for your, and your, and don't forget your.
The sole purpose of the Clerk of Court's office is to accumulate, classify, then disseminate high volumes of important
I have
data.
about 48,000 data files every day, and we maintain
Massive
those
computer systems maintain the records of our courts and our
My
people.
knowledge of computer systems, Linux, Unix, NT...
It'll take a person with experience and knowledge to bring the Clerk of Court's office into the next
I was
century.
elected to parish government and served there for 4 years. I feel that these are unique qualities.
Ed Roy, Clerk of Court, uniquely qualified. If you're having a tough time making a choice in the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's race, maybe this will help. Which of the candidates are civic-minded? Which have 20-plus years with the Sheriff's Office? Which have had ongoing police training? Which one has brought high technology to the Sheriff's Office? Which has been trained by the FBI, U.S. Marshals Task Force, the Crime Institute, and the Secret Service, and protected 3 U.S. presidents? Only Ken Franquez, the right choice for sheriff. Ken Franquez.
Overall, crime is down in Lafayette Parish. Yet you only have to watch the evening news to realize that violent crime is more a part of our lives than ever before. The residents of Lafayette Parish have the right to live without fear for themselves, their children, and their parents. My deputies will be on the streets to make that right a reality. It's just that simple.
Ken Franquez, the right choice for sheriff.
When the Louisiana Press Association tallied the votes for General Excellence, the top 3 papers of the state were announced. And we're proud to say that Lifestyle Lafayette was voted #1 in General Excellence, going on to win more first-place awards than any other competing publication. Lifestyle has and will always be dedicated to delivering the highest possible quality publication, and we're proud to be #1 for you. Lifestyle Lafayette, staying ahead of the times.
Fine jewelry begins with great design and expert construction. When you select jewelry from Simply Gold, you can trust that every step has been executed under the most demanding conditions. At Simply Gold, our selection of pearls, gemstones, and diamond jewelry always reflects superb craftsmanship. Our designs are uniquely individual and are an exceptional value, whether for yourself or for someone special. Simply Gold, extraordinary jewelry that leaves a lasting impression.
Tulane University Hospital and Clinic defines healthcare through leading cancer research and treatment, a continuing history of psychiatric evaluation and care, specializing in the unique needs of children, taking the science of sports medicine to new levels, plus research, treatment, and technology dedicated to women in every stage of life. Tulane University Hospital and Clinic. For more information, call 588-5800. Press star.
Get ready to laugh.
Hello, the manager. Hello, the manager.
The Crown Kings of Cajun Comedy.
Manager. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what's going on?
Guaranteed to make you laugh.
I have a load of pepper here. What? 1 load of pepper.
Over 1/2 hour of the funniest family comedy.
Yeah, now where I gotta bring that? Well, you have the right place. I don't know, some red pepper, some black pepper. No, some toilet pepper.
It's the Cajun Plug Brothers Live.
I said, teacher, look, I don't want to scare you. But my daddy said if I don't start making better grades, somebody gonna get a whipping.
Order by credit card now and receive samples of Tony Sachery's Cajun spices and recipes free. The long history of the Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine began in 1894, a history defined by excellence on and off the playing field. As the most comprehensive sports medicine facility in the South, the Institute has assembled sports medicine specialists in one place for one purpose, to help you reach higher, play better. From full recovery from a sports injury to perfecting your golf swing, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation are available at the Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine.
Calcasieu Cameron Hospital has been a leader from the start. They're one of the most progressive hospitals you'll find anywhere. And what surprises most people, West Calcam is often the first with the newest technology or the innovative program that really helps the community. I think we've got a real jewel of a community hospital here.
West Calcasieu Cameron Hospital, keeping our neighbors healthy.
Right at home.
On the other side of the sky, you see the
I want a
Pleiades
diamond
star
that looks
cluster,
just like
also
that
called the
star.
Seven Sisters because there are
Anything
7
for you,
stars there that
babe.
can be seen
Oh,
without a telescope.
really?
In a pair of
Well, then I
binoculars,
want
you
that
can see
one,
about
and that
30 to
one.
At Wilson Fine Jewelers, you'll not only find the finest diamonds at the best prices,
Look at that big one right there.
you'll also find a lot more to choose
I
from.
want that one, that one, that one in a cluster with a big one in the middle.
Wilson Fine Jewelers,
That's a nice one.
the finest diamonds and more of them.
First Federal showed me this great card trick. See this card? Now it's a check. Now it's an ATM card. I use my First Federal check card for most of my shopping. It's good any place that takes Visa, and it's electronically linked to my First Federal checking account. So I'm not building up my credit card debt. I'm like writing instant checks instead. The First Federal check card has so many advantages. I don't know why everybody isn't using it.
The agents of Van Eaton and Romero. They're not just about listings, closings, computers, and statistics. They're about people and the things that make them better resources to their clients and customers. They lead the way among Lafayette Realtors, not only in sales, but in their commitment to the community, to making Lafayette a better place to live. Think of them as human resources. Van Eaton and Romero. Let them be a resource for you.
Oh, it's time to get up.
It's like sleeping on the Titanic. I'm sinking.
We need a new mattress from the Sleep Center.
The Sleep Center can save your marriage with a new mattress from Simmons Certa Therapeutic Spring Air or Englander. Come in today, sleep better tonight. The Sleep Center, Johnston and Ambassador Caffrey, open 7 days a week.
Good night, honey.
Good night, dear.
Everything began when we opened a grocery store in 1949, making everything that we could make, from sausage, boudin, hoghead cheese, cracklings, 1 pound at a time. I think if you eat Savoy products, you know that you're going to be buying quality. You're going to be buying the Cajun product. Whenever I'm in a supermarket, I always thank people when I see that they have some of my products in the basket. I'll always go up and say, I'm in Savoy, thank you for buying my product. Over 40 years, since 1949, I've been here. I started thinking about quality from the first time we started making sausage, because if you're going to put something out, you want quality. First, you start off with good lean meat. Then, you start off with good seasoning. The reason why I think my sausage is the best is because of the quality and the consistency. From my kitchen to everybody else's kitchen. If you trust in the Lord and believe in yourself, you can do anything. Everything started in my kitchen, from rice dressing, roux, sausage. Everything was done on the stove in the kitchen. So that's how the rice dressing started. With the dressing mix, you can make rice dressing, then you can use it to make a cornbread dressing. Quality of it is always guaranteed. If you have a problem with the product, call me. I'm really having a good time because I like what I do. You say Savoy, I say Savoy, but it doesn't matter which way you say it. It's still good quality products.
There's a lot of living in Lafayette.
A friend of mine who is a writer said, you've got to be moving to one of the last places in the United States where there is this authentic culture.
Lafayette has an outstanding quality of life.
This is the easiest place to make friends in the world.
I told a lot of friends I think I've died and gone to heaven.
Live and love in Lafayette.
Nowadays, most banks are about as committed to their customers as Liz Taylor is to marriage. However, there is one bank that still believes in the true value of relationships, Home Savings Bank. So if you're looking for a stronger commitment from your banker, we'd like to make a proposal.
This could be the start of a very important partnership.
Call us today to set a time for a free VIP banking consultation. It's one partnership that will really pay off.
Eh viens, voici ma recette secrète de ma mère. Ouh, Savoy. On utilise juste le meilleur pour ma famille, bien qu'à jam. Les saucisses par Savoie délicieuses. Le phare par Savoie est magnifique. Pour dessert, j'ai fait un gâteau avec un roux à Savoie. Un roux!
Mes filles, c'est temps de manger.
Real Cajun since 1955. Savoie.